Game of the night. Oh no, New York. What is going on? Already tied up at 1 apiece against the Hawks. The Knicks in some trouble. Hawks already up by 12 because of that guy, C.J. McCollum. But other guys can shoot and they can score, and that is Okongwu with the putback jam. The Hawks up by 14 here late in the second quarter. It's C.J. McCollum, Alan Hahn.
He has been killing the Knicks this whole series. He's having a renaissance, C.J. McCollum. You forgot about him. Don't forget about him now.
That's because he played in Washington. Hawks up by 17. Let's jump to the fourth now. Knicks within 7. It's Jalen Brunson to Miles McBride, the triple. It's a 4-point game. Then it's 4 minutes to go. Knicks down by 5. Oh, the block there by Jalen Johnson. Anunoby has a chance. And he beats the shot clock.
OG, triple OG. Those were 2 of the hero threes he made at the shot clock buzzer. More deuce.
This is where you think the Knicks are going to pull away, right? The
Patrick
momentum's
Ewing,
there.
John Starks,
they
Allen
hit
Houston.
the 3, and then Brunson right here, the drive spin.
Poetic.
The whistle and 1.
Yeah, this puts them up 3, and you thought they're going to complete the comeback and steal one like the Hawks did, but.
And then here comes Johnson. Oh, Towns of the defense.
Get the
he
ball.
gets the layup there with the putback. They're down 1 now, 24 seconds left.
All right.
Knicks looking to extend the lead. Brunson tries to create separation.
Yeah, clutch player of the year here, getting on an island one-on-one, trying to create Okongwu with great defense on him on the perimeter. That's not easy. That's 1 of 2 stops they got late in this game.
Off the air ball, they call the timeout, and guess who's going to get it? We all know, and that is CJ.
I mean, you can't let him go right. You can't let him get the step back. You can't have a smaller player on him. All things that the Knicks did poorly defensively. A great out of timeout for the Hawks.
CJ standing for clutch jumper, and then we all knew that Jalen Brunson was getting the ball, but he doesn't get the shot off.
Everybody knew. They put 3 defenders around him. Watch Kuminga come in there and take away space. Daniels was there. More Okongwu. And the Hawks survive, and now they are up 2-1 in this series.
A stunner, a stunning development, especially how the Knicks looked in game 1 and how the Hawks have handled their business, especially late in these games with C.J. McCollum in games 2 and 3. We got Monica McNutt as well weighing in here. What's your biggest takeaway from how the Knicks played and how they lost that game last night on the road?
Man, Kevin, for me, I thought that this team's core veteran experience would be the differentiating factor versus a young and inexperienced Hawks team. And C.J. McCollum, who has had big moments in the postseason prior to becoming an Atlanta Hawk, has just shown up twice now and taken over late in the ballgame. I mean, he hit 2 shots in the fourth quarter. Of course, one being ultimately the go-ahead basket, but it's 6 points in the fourth quarter of the game 2 as well. So it's not that he's going off. It's just he's hitting big shots and big moments, and the Knicks have not been able to contain him.
Alan, you brought it up on the highlight last hour defensively. We could talk about the Knicks offense, but defensively, there's some disappointment here. What are you seeing from the Knicks specifically here defending the Hawks late?
It's the matchups, right, that you're looking at. And number 1, what the Hawks are doing is they are hunting Jalen Brunson a lot of times when he's on the floor, and whoever he is guarding has a green light. But late in games, you're also seeing situations with Mike Brown. He's trying to find a defensive lineup, and he's struggling to do that. Mikal Bridges is supposed to be one of their top defenders, and he's a guy that barely played in the second half because he really wasn't getting anything done offensively. But on that McCollum, the go-ahead game-winning basket, you had Deuce McBride on him, and you let him go right. This is out of it. This is an inbounds play. It was a perfectly run inbounds play. But you're seeing it all spread out. No Mitchell Robinson on the floor, who's their best big man defender, who could be able to come over and make him adjust that shot. It is a great shot and a great play call. But for the Knicks defensively, you feel like you've got to do better. You've got to do more, because who else was going to take this shot?
You know, Han, I think there's been a little bit of chess match involving in this one. Like Dyson Daniels has kind of been off the floor, and Jonathan Kuminga was on the floor, to your point, in terms of going after Jalen Brunson. And I hear you on the Mitchell Robinson thing as of late, because the Knicks did end up calling a timeout to set up their final play. But I think there's so much mindfulness in terms of the free throw issue when it comes to Robinson. But defensively there's just been these moments where you expect this team to sort of close ranks and make the play. That's what we had seen in terms of them being one of the better fourth quarter performers during the course of the regular season, and they've struggled to do that here in the postseason.
I think you got to give credit to Quinn Snyder.
Yes.
He is dominating this series right now against Mike Brown. It's fair to say that. You call out players all the time for their matchups. In some cases, you also got to look at coaching. And Quinn Snyder, the last 2 games, has been really good.
It's been a clinic from Quinn and CJ
yes.
together. You know, you got a coach on the floor as well. Keep in mind here, DraftKings Sportsbook now has the Hawks as the favorites to win the series. They got game 4 in Atlanta.
Tone down the enthusiasm on that one, all right, please?
Come on.
All right?
Come on.
You're in New York. Be careful.
Hey, the Sixers win one game, I feel all of a sudden like good.
I see it. Yeah,
yeah.
It's
out the door.
Checked out a little bit.
There.
All right. Nuggets, Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. They took one in Denver. Now trying to take the first one at home against the Nuggets. And Edwards dropping the 3. They're fired up. They're up by 19 here. Later in the second now. Jaden McDaniels. All that talk after game 2, he backed it up. The defense there.
There you go.
Woo! And then going the other way.
Well, who's not a defender? This guy, that guy, this guy. He's naming them all by name, first and last, and he's backing it up.
And the crowd was carrying them. They are up by 22 again. The spiciest series in the first round. These two teams do not like each other. Rudy Gobert, the matchup against Nikola Jokic, that's the difference in years past.
No question. Stifle Tower making defensive plays against the 3-time MVP. This, to me, is the story so far of the series, is this matchup and how Rudy Gobert the last couple of games has dominated it. Oh, my goodness.
McDaniels, talk your talk and back it up with the flush.
You can't guard either.
Dwayne Wade and Candace Parker loving it. The double-double for McDaniels. Minnesota goes on to win this one, 113-96 to take a 2-1 series lead here. Alan, what's your biggest takeaway? Because for me, what stands out is it's McDaniels. It's Gobert on the highlight. It's not just Ant-Man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's also, to me, the attitude that Minnesota has, and that's what McDaniel said after game 2. He's not hiding from it. It's the fact that they can win this series with their defense, and it starts with the big fella, Rudy Gobert, a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, who has been maligned in the past about these types of matchups and not really showing up in big moments. Well, he's showing up big time in this series against the 3-time MVP. This is a hell of a matchup between the Goliaths, and look at the numbers right now.
Wow.
What is Rudy Gobert doing to him? 38%, the 4 of 14. He only had 3 assists, 7 turnovers, by the way, in this matchup as well. When Gobert is guarding Jokic, he is winning this matchup right now.
Jokic last night, 7 of 26, 27%, the worst shooting percentage in a postseason game in his career. With all of that, Monica, are the Nuggets in trouble?
You know, as I look at who has been champions as of late, they are teams that can defend at the highest level and really turn your water off. And when I look at what the Minnesota Timberwolves are poised to do, how they were built, Tim Connelly was in Denver, then he was in Minnesota. They were built to defend, and they take a ton of pride in that, Nagandi. I think that's the thing. McDaniels backed it up, and Edwards can defend when he's locked in. Dante DiVincenzo's out there with plenty of swag. You got Rudy Gobert. And so you look at last night's performance. Defensively, they're connected, but they've got all 5 starters in double figures, and you get 25 points off, I would assume, off your bench. Like, it does to me feel as if Minnesota is finding their rhythm, just like we've seen them do in the past this time of year.
And you know, Denver has missed Aaron Gordon last night. They miss him dearly. He's a very important linchpin kind of player, both ends of the floor. And Peyton Watson, who they haven't had, talk about defense. He can defend, and he has not been available yet as well. Yeah. Keep an eye on both those guys' availability going into game.
Minnesota's got juice right now, and
yeah.
that plays a huge role. We'll see how this plays out on ABC tomorrow night with Game 4. Monica, Allen, thank you so much.